I think we're gonna eat out tonight. So yeah, I don't need dinner. I probably won't come back until the morning, so I'll let you handle things back home.
What? But I already made dinner. I've told you countless times, Neil. If you're gonna eat out with your friends, you have to tell me sooner. And you're the one who told me that you wanted meatloaf tonight. What am I supposed to do with all this food? I don't want to waste it. It took a while to make this too.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it... My bad, I completely forgot about it, but you can't really blame me. Today was tough. I need to refresh myself by going out with my friends for once, I think I deserve it.
Well, I guess. But you always do this. I want you to know it's very difficult to prepare dinner while you have to look after your child at the same time. It was especially hard today. He would never stop crying, and I just couldn't figure out what was wrong. I tried feeding him, changing his diaper, cradling him, basically everything, all this while preparing your meatloaf. I want you to understand that.
Yeah, it must be hard, I guess. But if you're gonna be like that, why don't you stop and think about how hard it is for me? I have to deal with unbelievably stubborn old guys every single day. Just because they're my superior, they think they could just make me do all sorts of chores for them. It's super stressful. I had to work overtime today. You know how hard that is?
I can imagine. But can't you still spare the time to at least contact me before you change plans? Or better, go easy on me by not making me make meatloaf from scratch. I'm flattered that you like my cooking, but we could also have something less demanding for dinner,
Hey, I just wanted to eat something special made by you. It's been a while. I don't even remember how it tasted, but I bet it was good. Don't worry, I'll have it tomorrow night. You can just pack it in the freezer.
But don't you want it freshly made? It's still warm. I just took it out of the oven. I made sure it's extra juicy, just like you asked. It won't have the same charm if I put it in the freezer.
Hey, are you trying to make me feel bad? Come on, don't be so whiny. I'm still a good husband. Don't forget that. Some guys only eat freshly cooked meals, completely handmade by their wives. Compared to them, I'm a saint.
I've never heard of anything like that in real life. Aren't those kinds of people only in movies? And you shouldn't compare yourself to people like that, even if they really do exist. They're far from reasonable.
Ugh, you could be such a pain sometimes. I said I was sorry, didn't I? What more do you want from me? Can't you quit bothering me already? I don't have all day,
That was an apology? Okay, fine, but it doesn't excuse everything. Like I said, this isn't the first time, Neil. You can't just expect me to let you go so easily. I want you to learn. I told you to tell me if you don't eat dinner just this morning. I even told you to make sure to come home before midnight.
Shut up! I have my own plans, Hannah. You're not my boss. You're not the only one who has a life, My friends are busy too. It just happened that they had time to spare today, and I want to have fun with them. We already made a promise. You can't make me ruin their plans, can you? Think about how much trouble it would cause them. They just booked a place and everything.
You don't think skipping dinner at home would cause problems for me? After you specifically told me to make meatloaf, while I took care of our child, you don't think ditching me would be troublesome?
Why do you care? Making food and cleaning the house is your job. You're a housewife. It shouldn't matter whether I'm in the house or not. Why do you get to act like I have some obligation to listen to you? Honestly, it's getting really annoying.
My job? Obligation? You know what? Fine. Maybe cooking and cleaning is my job, but in that case, you're forgetting to do one important job, Neil. Taking care of your child should be your #1 priority as a father. Why don't you ever come home to help care for Nathan?
What? Taking care of children is a woman's job. In fact, you should be thanking me that I even bothered to help you out.
A woman's job? What century do you live in? If working from 9 to 5 at the office is the husband's job and cooking and cleaning at home is the wife's job, Why shouldn't taking care of the child be both of our jobs? Besides, don't you think it's unfair that you get to take time off after your work hours? You can't just take time off from being a parent, you know.
What? You don't want to take care of your own kid? You're the one that gave birth to him.
That's not the point. I'm saying that it's difficult to handle everything on my own. So I want you to help me out. I want you to help me look after Nathan, at least after you finish your work. Just during the night. Is that too much to ask?
Why don't you just ask my mom to help you out then? Oh, right. That'll just give you more work to do, huh?
Neil, why don't you actually try to help out? If I may borrow your words, don't tell me you don't want to take care of your own kid.
Ugh, annoying. You know what? I don't want to go home if you're just going to complain forever. I won't be back during the weekend. Bye.
What are you talking about? You aren't planning on just leaving me to do everything, are you? I'm sorry you don't like what you're hearing, but we both have to be responsible to raise a kid. Hey, are you listening? Neil! Hello, Hannah. I know this is a bit sudden, but would you be fine if I took a visit to your house over the weekend? I hope you're home. Hi, Neil's mom. No problem. I'll make sure to get the guest room ready. But why the sudden visit? Great. I'll be coming over with my husband then. And please, call me Madison. Come to think of it, we haven't really spent time together before, have we? Why don't we go out for some fun, just us girls? I'm sure my husband will be happy to take care of Nathan while you're out of the house. It must be stressful looking after your baby all the time. It's nice to get refreshed once in a while. Really, Madison? Is your husband all right with that? Of course he is. He may be the silent type, but he's very compassionate and thoughtful. He also loves children. When I was still taking care of Neil and the boys, he would do everything he could to make me feel comfortable. He would even let me take the day off on the weekends and volunteer to look after the children all on his own, so that I could get some rest. Anyways, long story short, he says that he'd be happy to care for Nathan. I see. I'd really appreciate the help. Could you tell your husband that I said thanks? To be honest, all the parenting was starting to drive me crazy. Of course, dear. We both know how tough it is to take care of a newborn child. Don't be scared to ask for help. It's not like we live super far away from each other. Just give us a call and we'll be glad to cover for you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say, but I'm really, really happy that you're being so generous. Don't mention it. Our kids have grown up already, but we still remember what it's like to take care of children. Besides, I think we both enjoy spending time with children and young people like you. If anything, letting us bond together would be doing us a favor. Consider it as an elderly couple's way of keeping up with the youngsters these days. You're being too kind. I'll make sure to call you in sometime. But still, I'm sure you're not as old as you think you are. From what I've heard, you work out a lot, you eat healthy, and your taste in fashion is very trendy. Thank you for noticing. I try my best. Like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If I keep myself fit, I'm hoping that I could stay younger for a longer period of time. Youth is truly a precious thing. I admire your diligence. I actually feel like I aged 20 years since I gave birth to Nathan. It's not his fault, but taking care of children was a lot more stressful than I could have imagined. It's draining the life out of me. I understand. I went through the exact same thing as you the first few months after my first childbirth. I still regret not being able to take care of myself more during that time. And that's why I treat myself now. I make sure to visit the spa once every few months. That must be so nice. I've never been to the spa before. I heard that it's great, but I have no idea what it's actually like. I can't even imagine.
What you heard is correct, dear. It may not be for everyone, but everyone should at least visit it once in their lifetime. That reminds me, I'm going to the spa again during my weekend visit. It's going to be at noon. Would it be okay if we go out for our date after that?
Of course. That'll give me just enough time to deal with some housework. And I kind of knew you were going to the spa again. That's what you usually come here for.
Oh dear, you saw right through me, didn't you? Think about where you want to go, all right? Oh, but I have to say, I'd appreciate it if it doesn't require too much exercise. I hurt my left arm a few days ago and it still hasn't patched up yet.
What? What happened?
It's nothing. I just tried to carry something too heavy for me and it fractured my arm. The doctor said it'll be fine as long as I don't push myself, but it just proves that you can't fight old age. More reason to make sure I stay fit and healthy.
I see. I'm glad you seem fine. Maybe we can just go out for some coffee then. You probably wouldn't want to carry too many things for a while, huh?
Ah, I'm guessing you wanted to go out to do some shopping. You don't have to worry about it. I could handle a few shopping bags, and I would love to dress you up in some new clothes.
Really? Please don't push yourself. But if you could go shopping with me, I'll appreciate it. I'm already getting excited.
I'm glad you are. I'm sure Neil would have fun spending time with just the guys of the household, too. This weekend is going to be a special treat for us two girls.
Sure, Madison. I'm looking forward to it. Neil, where are you? You said you were just going outside to buy some drinks. It's been more than half an hour. Are you okay?
Yeah, about that. I'm going to go on a little trip.
What? I don't understand. Your parents are visiting us today. And you said you'll help make your mom feel at home, especially since she hurt her arm?
I guess I did, but she doesn't really need me. After all, you can probably look after the elderly on your own.
Look after the elderly? Is that how you speak about your parents? I won't stop you if you're going to be out of the house for a few hours, but could you at least tell me when you'll be home?
That's not what I meant by trip, Hannah. I meant that I'm going on a vacation over the weekend. You can look after my parents. I'll buy you souvenirs. Just take care of the house while I'm out, alright?
What are you saying?
I'm heading to the airport right now. I can't talk. See you Monday.
Wait, hold on, Neil. You can't be serious, Neil. Your girlfriend got arrested.
Huh?
Let me guess what you're doing right now. I bet you're at the airport, utterly confused because your girlfriend hasn't shown up for hours. You probably sent her a bunch of texts, but she hasn't responded yet, has she?
What do you mean by girlfriend? The only girl I have is you, Hannah.
You don't have to hide it anymore. Your girlfriend has a criminal record now.
I don't get it. What do you mean by criminal record?
Your girlfriend mistook your mom for me. She saw a young-looking woman leave her house. That was your mom leaving for the spa. But your girlfriend thought that was me and ran her over. Madison's at the hospital right now. She's going through some surgery.
What? Wait, hold on. What's even going on?
Your girlfriend has some serious problems, Neil. She was apparently very jealous that I was married to you. She wanted to get rid of me even if it cost me my life. She knew where we lived, so when she saw a woman leave the house, she just assumed it was me. She actually tried to kill me, and Madison suffered the consequences. I can't believe it! She's in critical condition, all because of your stupid girlfriend.
I don't believe it. I thought she was late, but I would have never guessed. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
don't think I'm letting you go that easily, are you? Neil, you left me to take care of Nathan all by myself, all while you went around sleeping with another girl. You cheated on me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It was just a momentary thing. It's not like we have an actual relationship or anything. The only girl I have is you, Hannah.
I don't believe you, and I don't care about your excuses. I'm just disappointed. We're getting divorced after all this. I'll get the documents ready. And you better get some cash ready because I am totally going to sue you.
What? It was just a simple mistake. You can't just do that. Come on, you have to forgive me. I apologized.
A simple mistake, huh? And I wonder how many times you made that mistake behind my back. What about the other day when you said you were going out to eat dinner with your friends? Were you actually having another mistake with your girl? Don't tell me. I don't even want to know. I just know that you're a cheater and a jerk.
I said I was sorry. Please, I promise I'll better myself.
It was about time I left you. All you do is cause trouble. I'll be better off without you.
But how are you going to live on your own? You're a housewife. You need a husband.
While you were busy playing around with your girlfriend, I started doing some remote work. I haven't made much progress, to be honest, with all the things I had to do at home, but it seems like your dad is willing to help me out on that. If he could look after Nathan while I finished my work, I should be able to manage.
Really? I didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me?
You were never home. I didn't have a chance to tell you. Even when you were, you would either be drunk or too tired to chat with me. You just head straight to bed. I figured you wouldn't care, so I decided not to bother.
Geez, I guess you have a point there.
Doesn't matter. Why don't you have fun living with that crazy girl of yours? I'm sure she'll be a much more interesting person than me. You'll have to wait until she gets out of jail, but still. It'll just give you time to spend some nights with other girls, right? Don't worry. Even if you forget about her, I'm sure she'll remember you. She'll probably come over to visit once she's free to go.
What the hell did I get myself into? How was I supposed to know she was nuts?
Don't ask me, you're the one who hooked up with her. And by the way, she's saying that you were complicit in this incident.
What?
I don't know if you're just playing dumb or if she's being delusional, but she's saying that the two of you plotted against me and decided to run me over when you had the chance.
What the hell? Why would I do something so stupid? Look, if I wanted to get rid of you, all I have to do is get divorced. I'm not an idiot.
I don't know about that, but whatever. At this point, I honestly don't care about the truth. If anything, it would make things a lot easier for me if you both got arrested.
Hold on, Hannah. You don't actually think I would try something like that, do you? Please, you have to believe me. The worst thing I ever did to you was cheat on you with that lunatic. You understand, don't you?
I understand that you are fine cheating behind my back, but that's really all I know. If you actually didn't know anything, then I wish you well. It won't be easy dealing with that girl. After all, she might decide to go after your life one day. Neil rushed to the hospital to see Madison, but the doctors and nurses wouldn't let him in. As it turns out, his parents decided to cut ties with him after finding out that he cheated on his wife with someone who had run a person over. Although Madison was in critical condition, she recovered relatively quickly. According to the doctors, it helped that she was in good shape for her age, and her bones weren't as fragile as the average person in her age group. After Hannah divorced Neil, she was able to live off on her own with the help of both her parents and Neil's. Nathan grew up under the care of his mother and loving grandparents. As for Neil, no one really knows what happened to him after his parents cut ties with him. Perhaps he decided to live with his girlfriend, or maybe he's running from her for his life.